So, some of you asked, how does the dude look private? Well, this is how I look without my sawing kit on. So for all you ladies, I'm just kidding. It's spring day. It's not real warm yet, but it's a spring day. And we're at the beechwood again. Why? It's Sunday. You're not allowed to saw on a Sunday in Germany. You're not allowed to do anything except rest. Why are we here then? Well, we're here to show you the environment. How much woods are there? How many people are cutting firewood? What's it like here in your mountains in this part? There's lots of woods. And we took the drone to take you up there and to show you how it looks. This is the patch of beechwood that I thinned out partially, 50%. Last week I went to the forester because doing things digitally with email and stuff, that's not invented here. That will take another 15 years, so you have to do everything by paper. Germany, and especially East Germany, is run by paper forms. And I had to go by at the forester's office to end this job, put an autograph on the paper and stuff. And then he said, how did it go? And I said, well, it was heavy work, but it went fine. And then he said, would you like more beechwood? I said, yeah, beechwood is good. And then he said, that's a good thing, because what you did over there was about a third or half of the woods, so you can thin out the rest too. So now we have to thin out the rest. And that's a good thing because there's more beechwood for us. It's a bad thing because it's steep. So this summer we're gonna thin out some more when it's not too hot, and else we're gonna do it in the fall. So that's this little part of wood, of forest. Up there, there's a whole another forest over there, and that's all pine, spruce to be specific. And the most trees you will find here in your mountains are spruce, and that's all forest made for the wood industry, for the lumber industry. So it's all tight rows of spruce, and they're all taken down when they're big enough for the lumber industry. Sometimes I take jobs from Saxony Forestry too to take down spruce trees. Actually, that's most of what I do. But it's not the lumber trees, that's the trees that the bugs are flying into, and they have to be taken out as fast as possible so the rest of the forest isn't under threat of the bugs. So what are we doing here? Well, we wanted to show you, like I said, how the area looks from up above. So we're doing an experiment here without an SD card in the drone. We're gonna try screen recording over the app. It's not gonna be the best images, but we just wanted to keep you happy. So we're going up now from the part where we just recorded at the beechwood, so you can have a view around how it's like, how much forest we got here. It's a bit windy. We're gonna see if this will be a success or a total failure. Just as we take off, the wind is taking on too, so how about that? So when we're high enough, we're gonna make a 360 to show you the woods we got here. There's all kinds of leaves following the drone. So now we're gonna turn around real slowly, real slow. Slowly? Who cares? going to show you how much forest we got here. I think we have to go up a little more. And in Germany, you can officially fly up to an altitude of, I think, 100 meters. But who cares? It's Sunday. There's not a cop inside. Let's go higher. Yeah, we already get the warning. You're up too high. You're up too high. The national sport in Germany, especially East Germany,
max altitude reached,
is go walking. So lots of people are walking here, and with that we have to risk when they walk by that they start complaining about, "You're not filming me, are you?" Because their privacy is real important, like I told you before. So without further ado, look around. Look at the forest we got here. There's woods everywhere. So cameraman, when you're done, get down with the drone because the wind is really taking up. And we still have to film a lot more. So before the battery is dead again, let's go down. And now we're gonna drive through two little villages here. So you can see live the drive that I make to my ranch, where I keep my firewood and my logs. It's not the official drive because with my ATV I drive through the woods. That's a little shorter, but we're gonna take the drive over the normal roads so you can enjoy the ride and have a little peek into my life as a Dutch guy in Germany, taking down trees, making firewood. How about them apples, eh? So we're gonna drive now from beech forest to what I call the ranch. It was meant as a joke when we were allowed to use that property. It was in a period when I was watching Yellowstone, and like every man, you watch Yellowstone, you think you're a cowboy too. So that's how the joke started, that we called our woodyard the ranch. So every time you watch one of our videos and you hear me talking about the ranch, it's a joke. I refer to our woodyard. But since our well-known good friend Chris from At the Woodyard has called his woodyard the woodyard, it felt unfit to call our woodyard the woodyard. So we had to come up with something else. And how do you call a woodyard? Well, that's when the joke, the ranch, started, thanks to Yellowstone. So I'm down the mountain right now, and this is a small school. It's not really a school, it's a kindergarten. It's where the smallest kids of the village are being brought to, starting at 1.5, 2 years old. And they learn how to play and how to socialize, you know the drill. And now we're turning onto Main Street in Gornsdorf. It's a little village in East Germany. They are known to have the worst Main Street. It's filled with holes and cracks and repaired cracks that turn into holes again. It's been like that for years, and they don't have money to repair, so it's just what it is. There's lots of old mining towns here, and since mining has gone down, like in America and the Appalachian Mountains, I think, in West Virginia, the whole area, it's just like that here. I think lots of Germans from here actually moved to West Virginia and start the whole mining business back then. And then you see that it's just a little like West Virginia out here. Here's a small supermarket. They don't have all the stuff. It's not a Walmart, but they got the things you need most. So we continue over Main Street. People here are not rich, they're not poor. It's a little divided. You got people who earn good money, you got people who earn a real small amount of money, and you got a lot of people who are in their pension. Lots of old people over here. The buildings, some are completely renovated, some are old, almost cracking in. To our left here, you can see the KSG. That's a factory where they make, what's the English word for it? It's the we'll put a small picture in the frame here of the video. That's what they make. And they used to make it for big airplane companies like Lufthansa. And that's all in the past now too. The company is not having lots of customers anymore, and it's also getting smaller and smaller with their success. So we're leaving Gornsdorf right now. And we're also leaving bad roads. They're still not optimal, but they're better than in Gornsdorf. And we're now heading to a small village next to Gornsdorf, which is called Auerbach, or in German, Auerbach. Funny thing is, in Germany there's lots of Auerbachs, and this is called Auerbach Erzgebirge, or mountains. You can check it out on Google. They got lots of Auerbachs. So, short trip to Auerbach, and here we will find a small döner shop. Here in East Germany, people cook for themselves, vegetables, potatoes, meat, and when they want to get something, when they want to eat out, they go to a döner shop and they can eat döner or pizza or noodles with molten cheese over it. I don't like it. And besides that, you don't have a lot of fast food. You got McDonald's, Burger King, and KFC, and that's about it. So you can see the old buildings, the new buildings, and they're all standing. There's not really a pattern. You got a new building, and beside that, you got a real old building with fungus on the walls and stuff like that. And when a building is empty, it's about to break down, collapse, they're not doing anything. There's no money, so they just let it stand there till it collapses. And now we're getting to one of the biggest attractions. Back in the day, this part of East Germany, this part of the Ore Mountains, was known for making nylons for women. And we're heading to a big factory now. This used to be the biggest nylon making factory in the area, and it's all deserted now. There's a guy who bought the whole building and he wanted to make something out of it. And I talked to him and he said, in my lifetime, I'm not gonna finish this project. It's just too big. So we're driving over concrete plates, as you may have noticed, by the car banging up and down. But look at this, folks. This used to be the biggest income of all the little towns and villages here. This was a huge industry back in the GDR times. And now it's all deserted. You can see the little building next to it. When you zoom in, you can see the door hanging from the frame, and it's all... And some parts are still used. Here to the left, you can see where the car tires are. And that's used by a buddy of mine behind this door with the white plate on it. That's a little hall he rents, and he repairs cars in there. So we have to turn the car, so we'll make a turn here. But you see the remains of what once was. It's a shame, but it's a money thing. There's no money here. To the right here, you see a couple of logs laying. Those are my logs from 1.5 years ago when I didn't have a place to store my logs. And my buddy here with his car repair shop said, I talked to the owner. You can leave a few logs here. So I was really happy. They're still laying there. I have to take them away, but I'm always busy. So as we're leaving this part of our back, we're heading on to the ranch, folks. I hope you enjoy this little tour. The car is not so much enjoying it, but that's how it is here. As soon as it's Saturday, 12 in the afternoon, life actually stops existing here. It's like this in the streets. Completely empty, not a soul walking on the sidewalks. Nobody around. Every now and then a car passes from people who are visiting family or stuff. In the summertime you see a couple of tourists from other countries or other parts of Germany who are visiting here. Besides that, it's empty. People are sitting at home or in their garden in the summertime. So here we're passing the old post office, which is still being used now for City Hall. And beside that is a still working nylon factory, and above there is a school for kids. So that's the reason you can only do 30 kilometers an hour. I will show the miles an hour in the frame here. There's people doing their national sports, walking. And as small as this village is, here you actually have a traffic light. Traffic lights are put before the crossing, not after like in America. Upper Main Street, hour back. There's not much happening here too. Got to pay attention because there's a guy on an e-mountain bike behind me and he's almost taking me over. He's biking with his kids, and got to be careful not killing people while making a video. So here you got the local bank office, which is called Sparkasse. And used to be people there working, but it's only a money machine now, so people can go in there, mainly old people, and take their money out of the wall and stuff like that. Here you see an old building. It says Obst, Gemüse, Fish. They used to sell fruit, veggies, fish over there. Long time ago. And you see the building over here with the small stairs in front of it. That used to be a drugstore. And they closed down about 15 years ago. Shops are leaving, closing. Just like parts of West Virginia where everything is just dead. We're almost at the ranch now, people. Are you as excited as I am? This part is also famous for closing off roads without telling you up front. So it's not like 2 kilometers beforehand or 2 miles beforehand they show you a sign. Attention, in 2 miles there's gonna be a closed road, so you better go right here. No, they will tell you when you get there. You want to go left? Well, sorry, that's closed. Figure it out yourself. So we're leaving Auerbach. We're officially heading to Hormersdorf. But we're not going there. We're going to make a right here into the fields, heading towards the part of the farmer that lets me use part of his land. Here we go. It's going to be a bumpy ride. I'm going to try to drive as slow as possible for you, so you're not getting dizzy watching this. It looks a little sad now. There's not a leaf on the trees because it's early spring. I think it's March 22nd when we filmed this. And real spring with good temperatures start here mostly at the start of May. So we have to get through April. Later this week we're gonna get a little more snow. But eventually we'll get into spring and summer, I hope. And this part you may recognize from our other videos. When we go left here, we will get at the ranch. So what we're gonna do now is get a little gas for our generator, because at the moment there's this little thing in Iran going on and gas is real expensive. But before we run out, we're gonna get some gas, fill up the generator, fill up some canisters so we got a little spare gas, because we need our generator over the summer to split our wood, and we need some gas for the chainsaws to buck up our logs. So that's what we're going to do now. We'll take you with us. We're heading for a little village called Gelenau. And when you check out our other videos, there's a little video about the village Galen now that we made about a year ago, which is fun. I always try to make a little fun of everything in our videos, and the Galen Now video is one of them. So if you're interested, scroll through our other videos and watch that one. And while you're at it, watch all the other ones, press the like buttons, subscribe, and share the hell out of it. That way maybe I can buy a little 4x4 truck or small European fake truck for my wood business, because this BMW is really comfortable, but it's suffering when it has to drag my trailer full of firewood to the customers. It's not made for that. And I used to make trips to the Netherlands to visit family and stuff, but I'm not visiting the Netherlands as much as I used to. So I could use a small truck better than this car, and this car has 300,000 kilometers on it. I will show you the miles in the frame here. And although this is a 6-cylinder diesel engine, it's well on its way now, and the automatic transmission is sometimes acting funny. We already put a new torque converter in there, and it's still making funny noises and shaking every now and then like it shouldn't do. So it's about time for another car, but it's hard times. Everybody's making firewood here, so you don't earn a lot of money, don't make a lot of profit. So if we can have a little success in our YouTube channel, maybe we can use the money to buy a nice used car, sell some more firewood, make some more videos for you. We had to make a detour because of the closed road, and the road is closed for 200 meters. I will show you the yards or the feet right here. For 200 meters, and they're not doing anything. It's closed, but they're not working because it's Sunday and there's not a whole lot going on. The sidewalk is open. Cars could get through, but that's just Germany for you. They close off the street. This is a nice part. The view is nice. Although there's lots of solar panels on the right, the view to the left is beautiful. And when we get to the crossing, the view to the right is real beautiful. And on a bright sunny day, you can look real far into the mountains. We get to the crossing now. In summer, that's real beautiful. Maybe the cameraman can zoom in for a little. So, where were we going? We were heading for the gas station, right? To the left here is a little pond, and it's part of the FKK culture here in East Germany. And in the summertime, people who like to swim naked and lay in the sun naked, they can do that over here. That's allowed. And I'm not from here, so I'm still a little confused when I drive by and I see people laying naked over there, but that's a normal thing here. You can slowly see how everything is turning green again. The birch trees are starting to get their little buds that will turn into leaves very soon. Always makes me happy. And it won't be long till all the fields, not all, but lots of fields will turn bright yellow again from the seed oil flowers, the yellow flowers that will make seed oil. They make diesel out of it too, I think. And when they're past their flourish moment, when they're not yellow anymore, they start to smell. But when they're yellow, it looks really beautiful. Makes you happy with the blue sky in the background. We're almost at the gas station now. There's lots of people on their way. Some traditional housing with wooden beams. To the right, you see a couple of logs laying there, and some big ones. Everybody's doing something with firewood over here. Here I gotta watch my speed because here they put the photography machines from the police. Don't know how to call them in English. And they will make a picture of you when you drive through too fast, and you get a bill in your mailbox. So, heading to the gas station. Let's see how much it costs today. We're gonna buy unleaded normal, that's octane 95 for you, and that will cost you €2.12 for a liter. We'll put in the screen how much that is in dollars for a gallon. You'll be shocked, but look at the diesel. My BMW is a diesel car, and that's the most expensive. $2.36.9 for a liter, and you will see how much that is in dollars for a gallon. That's Europe for you. Funny thing is, when you visit the Czech Republic, which is 45 minutes away from here, you will pay way less. Nobody knows why. I think it's a tax thing. Gonna put some gas in the canisters right now. See you in a bit. Well, folks, just filling up the generator tank. Got a small 5-liter jerry can here. At the gas station, I filled up one of these, 5 liters, and another one was 10 liters, so a total of 15 liters, and I paid €39. I will show you the gallons and the dollars in the screen. And we just looked up how much you pay for recalculated for 1 liter. It's about $1.11, which is about €1.09 for a liter, and we pay €2 something for a liter. So you pay half of what we pay here in Germany. In the Netherlands, where I come from, it's even more expensive. That's the most expensive country in Europe for the prices of gas and diesel. So I got my 5 liters in here, and she's right about topped off. So that's a 9 horsepower generator. I think she can run 5 or 6 hours on this tank full. But like I said, I have another 10 liters. So I guess we're good for the next hours. I could make maybe 3 full days of wood splitting on the gas I have now. So 3 days running your generator for 38 euros. It's about $40. It's hard times, people. And with that optimistic message and these blue skies and spring on its way, I'm gonna leave you for this video. Let's all hope for better times. Let's all hope this mess will be behind us. And I'm just leaving politics out of the videos because it doesn't add. It doesn't add up to anything, so let's just leave it at firewood. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching. And push all them buttons, will ya?